Hi, I am Jenny Marien, and I am the Upper School Division Director here at the Barstow School. This is my first year, and it has been an adventure so far. My very first day was July 1st, when there was 5 inches of rain in 90 minutes, and the school flooded. So that was fun to see how it was not fun to see the flood. It was great to see how all of the students and the adults came together to try to mitigate the water coming in through the doors. My first day was the first day of school, which was Thursday, August 15th, and we had an unexpected fire alarm at 9 a.m. So it's been a great start so far, and I cannot wait to see what else the year brings. One of the questions I was asked was, why Barstow? For the past 5 years, I've been the assistant division director at the Pembroke Hill School. My daughter was also at the Pembroke Hill School with me, and she was graduating in May. And a friend told me about this opening at Barstow, and I thought, interesting. So I went to your website. I was very taken with your mission. I love the mind, body, and character aspect and Mary Barstow's original vision. I also was intrigued by the global programs and the idea space. So since I've gotten here, I have thoroughly enjoyed learning about the idea space. I am amazed at the resources that are there, and I think that can really provide hands-on learning for the students in a way that I have not seen at any of the other schools I've worked at. As I was thinking about, I have had a winding career path, and it's been very enjoyable to live in different cities and work with different student populations and in different school communities. But now I've decided about 5 years ago to move back to Kansas City. My entire extended family lives here, and it was time to kind of come home, so to speak. As I reflect back on, I've lived up and down on the East Coast internationally, 5 years in Minneapolis, a couple of years in Arkansas, and again, wide, diverse group of schools. But when I think back to kind of what I've learned that I want to bring with me into working as the principal, the division director here with the Barstow community, is I hope that as the division director, I can help all of us be intentional about when we put the individual ahead of the community and the common good, and when we focus on the common good over the individual. So I was thinking back, and I have two distinct memories that stand out about this that really shaped my thinking on this. One of them I bring with me is one that I have learned several times over, and it is still really vibrant because you kind of learn it again in each space. And it is the differences between welcoming and belonging. And often in many of our independent schools, it is very welcoming. Welcoming is that warm invitation, it's the friendliness, it's the holding the door open and saying good morning, and I love that about our school community. And I hope that as a school, we continue to grow in being a place of belonging. And belonging is where each individual feels needed, right? They feel they can bring their full self, they can be who they are, and they know that they matter in that community. So I want us at Barstow to practice belonging, and you belong and you are enough are great positive affirmations. You see those on signs. We have signs here that say that. And also, in addition to the positive affirmations, to practice the act of belonging and to live it even when it's difficult. My third thing that I really hope for us as a school and that I can bring as a division director is for each of us to be fully present when we can be. So I have some memorable moments. I worked with a younger teacher who, he was so great. He went on to be a professor of communications, but he used to, in his room, he'd cover up the wall clock with a big sign that said, "Be here now." And he challenged all of his students to practice that. I hope that all of us, even with everything that goes on and the competing priorities of school and sports and music and your friends, can find those moments where together with other people, you experience the creative flow in learning. And so I was asked about my hobbies. Well, I would like to be able to share thrilling and exciting hobbies like heli-skiing or herpetology, but right now, my hobbies are not when I retire, I will move on to the exciting hobbies. My hobbies today, these days, are I really enjoy going to like the Overland Park Farmers Market and finding vegetables I don't recognize and then learning how to cook them. I also really enjoy reading. I like reading nonfiction and novels, but I have a hidden passion for current events, local, national, and international. So I don't read the entire thing, but I regularly read the Kansas City Star and the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. In addition to that, I also really love reading The Week, because I think the way The Week sets up left-leaning and right-leaning sources on the same topic is really valuable for constantly challenging my own perspectives and not getting stuck in an echo chamber. Something that I had hoped would be maybe my passion or my vocation, but now has become more of a hobby, is racing and road running. So when I was in high school, I did cross country and track and turned out to be surprisingly good at it. I had started off in soccer and then found my way into track and cross country. And I ran 6A over at Shawnee Mission South and set the 3,200 meter record for 6A. It lasted for 10 years up on the record boards. It was a 10:58. And this was back in 1989. So it has since been, that record has fallen decidedly. So then I went on and I ran Division I indoor, outdoor track and cross country. Very much enjoyed that. I was at Yale, and so I had that wonderful balance of being a student and a scholar and also an athlete. I have continued to run a little slower than in the past, but I can thankfully say that since age 15, I have run every single day that I've been physically able to run through many different injuries. And I hope that all of you find something that is sustaining for you and helps you feel like you kind of have a healthy life balance, whatever that may be.